So, Lisa, Jody is going to end up being a major issue for you. I can see the writings on the wall. Let's talk about it.
Welcome to the Asia Esterak Hour, where film meets conspiracy and pop culture gets a reality check. From sharp recaps to sci-fi theories and media deep dives, Asia Esterak serves it unfiltered. Let the binge begin.
All right, welcome back to the Asia Esterak Hour. I'm Asia Esterak. All right, this is going to be a quick review because I slept in this morning, got that good sleep. All right, the Real Housewives of Miami, Season 7, Episode 2. Let's get into it. So we open with Lisa, Adriana, and Gerdy eating. I love that this show, this season, they're just jumping into shit. They're just, scene, here you go. So they're talking about what happened at Lisa's party between her and Larsa. Lisa, you are so blissfully ignorant of other people's shit. It is fascinating to me. She's not seeing why Larsa's upset with the whole Marcus Jordan Jody thing, but you'll eventually learn. You'll learn because I think Jody. I don't know about him. I didn't really care for him last season. He seemed nice enough. But there's something off with him. I think he likes penis the way I like penis. That's all I'm saying. All right, so they talk about Adriana's new man and her making out with him. That shit was hilarious. Adriana looks very happy. They were joking that she looks, younger and fuller. Okay. But Lisa mentions that she's going to be walking in Milan Fashion Week. She's really excited about that. They're going to be flying out in a few days. She also talks about her dad being sick, and she had mentioned it a little bit last episode, but she reconnected with her father. They were estranged for many years, and now they're getting along great, and he's really sick. So she was talking about that. It's interesting because throughout the episode, she talks about how sick her dad is, and she's worried, but you still took your narrow behind to Milan to walk in the fashion show. Lisa gets on my nerves. I used to really like her, and I don't know. When you go and watch the older seasons versus now, she just seems way more self-absorbed than she used to be. She always was, but it just seems to be on 10. She's giving Larsa's level of self-absorption, which is probably why they're doing this constantly. I think it's more than just the Marcus Jordan, Jody shit of it all. I don't know. So anyway, we actually go to Larsa at her house. So her son Preston is walking in the show too. Her kids are really cute, and it's so funny because they really are a perfect mold of her and Scottie Pippen. Interesting. But Preston, I think he's like he's not a teenager. He's in his early 20s, I guess. He's the youngest, she said, Sophia's the youngest. I think he's the youngest of the boys. Of course, she talks about Lisa. Whatever. It's very obvious this is going to be something we're going to be talking about every episode, and it's going to get on my nerves. It already is. We're on episode. Okay, so Alexia and Julia meet up. This Alexia and Todd, this is going to be a good season. This Alexia and Todd stuff is about to take us all on a Mr. Toad's Wild Ride type of joint. Basically, her and Todd are still kind of back and forth, but still with each other. Julia mentions that she's like, I saw you guys. I've seen you guys out. So Julia starts talking about this Gerdy situation, which I still feel like there's more to it. I really do. So Julia says that she had to go to some benefit or some shit. I can't remember. Y'all only watched the episode once this morning, and here I am talking to you guys. By the way, I don't write anything down. I go off of memory. If I write stuff down in notes, it kills my the spontaneity of it all. Anyway, just thought y'all should know that. But so Gerdy goes with her, and because Martina couldn't go, and Julia felt like Gerdy turned it into like a press event, and she didn't like that. Totally fine. Here's my thing with Julia. Have you told Gerdy any of this? Is she aware of this? Is she aware of how you feel? Clearly she isn't, because of the energy that you and Martina gave her in the last episode at Lisa's party. I don't understand how you can come at her like this, be upset, but never tell her. That's immature. Julia, I think you're fake. And we saw those receipts online of that whole dropped call thing. You're a liar and you put 20 on 10. I wasn't feeling that. Julia, I will be dragging the shit out of you this season. I can definitely tell. I didn't like that. Very, very fake. And my thing is, just one more thing I want to add. If you're that upset and you loved your relationship with Gerdy, if you cared about that relationship like that, you would have called that shit out then instead of waiting till these cameras got on to start talking shit. Girl, bye. Whatever. I don't even think you like women like that. I think you with Martina because that shit was a meal ticket and you had 2 kids and you was a single mama and a broke ass model. That's the vibe that I get from Julia. Sorry, not fucking sorry. Okay, so Gerdy and Russell go to her plastic surgeon. She talks about everything that she's done following chemo. She had to get breast augmentation. They had to build them back up. She said she's at a B cup now. She used to be at a double D. Gerdy's hilarious. And she looks so cute. So she like spray painted her head like silver. Girl, you are rocking that fucking short hair. I'm loving it. It's giving Valkyrie from Black Panther, baby. Just, I'm here for it. But anyway, so the doctor basically tells her they need to do another augmentation, another surgery. She wants to make sure she gets her breast perfect. Gerdy's a perfectionist. We saw that from the way that she designs parties and shit. So Russell, her husband, doesn't want any more surgery. Totally understand that. So they're going to have to discuss amongst them. Russell is dope. Russell's one of the good house husbands. I rock with him. No one will be as great as Greg Leaks, period. But Russell, you all right. And the way he supports his wife is really dope, like super dope. So Marisol is home with her husband. Well, they're not legally married, I guess, and they're going to be getting married. Really cute. Marisol talks briefly about the contention with Alexia and this whole Todd thing. And she basically tells her husband, Alexia is not good when she's with Todd. She's very defensive. Argumentative. And they, of course, Bravo pulls up footage from last year. I forgot how defensive Alexia was with Marisol. There was a lot of catty fighting between them last year. I forgot all about that shit. I need to go back and rewatch. I was so, overshadowed by all the other shit going on. I completely forgot about that. But Marisol is just like, I just don't think it's a good match. But that's my friend. What can you do? We've all done dumb shit. I dated a dude where everybody and their mama was warning me against him. He had great penis. That was it. That's all he could offer me. And I stayed probably a month longer than I should have. I'm telling my business. Anyway, Alexia, we understand. I understand. But Todd, I don't know. I feel like there's a lot more to Todd that we don't know. Adriana clearly knows something. And she's holding that shit very close to the vest. But we know Adriana, if you push her hard enough, she gonna spill the beans on that ass. So we'll see. She might do it during the season, or she might wait to the reunion, because we know how she likes to drop them gems at the reunion. Roll the bean footage, okay? So anyway, we get to Milan. Larsa and Lisa are on the same flight, which neither one of them are happy about. When they get there, they get to Milan, and basically they have to ride in the same sprinter van. Whoever picked them up had Pippen and Hochstein on the same sign. So of course Larsa and Preston get out there first. She's like, we're riding in the same van. Preston gets in the front seat. She's like, you're gonna leave me back here? Lisa and Jody come up. Lisa gets in the car, and it's very very dry. Jody gets in. He's sitting across from Larsa. It's awkward. It's very awkward. They talk briefly. Of course, the Marcus Jordan shit comes up. Larsa feels some type of way. Hell must have frozen over, because I actually agree with Larsa. I do. Larsa calls out Jody. She's like, because that's your friend. Well, yeah, we're not like best friends, but like, why are you holding on to somebody you don't even know that well? Here's my thing. If I'm Lisa and Jody, and I'm cool with Marcus and Larsa, and I'm Lisa and I've been friends with Larsa for 15 years, She dates this dude who is now dragging her ass all through the streets, the social media streets, and to your boyfriend. I would take heed and I would hold off dealing with him because my friendship of 15 years is more important. She's not doing that. And I feel like she's going off of that Jody's lead, because even him arguing with Larsa made no sense, because you yourself just admitted that y'all aren't even close like that. So I don't know. It's giving cloud chaser. I said that last review. I say it this review. I'll probably say it on the next one too. Anyway, they get to their hotel, part like the Red Sea. We're back in Miami, and Alexia is having a dinner with Marisol, Julia, Gerdy. Is Gerdy there? I think Gerdy was there. And her friend Johnny, who we've seen in previous seasons, who now lives in Madrid, I guess. So they're talking about Alexia and Todd and really happy that her friend is there. Alexia was saying some wild ass shit. So basically, the judge told Todd that you need to shit or get off the pot with this divorce. Either you move forward with it or we're throwing it out. So Alexia's like, I don't know what's going to happen. You know, it's very obvious that Todd is feeding her stuff, but then doing the opposite in real life on his own. It's giving he's playing her. I think he's playing the shit out of her. I really do. Because none of this makes sense. And there were rumors and whispers about his finances and fraudulent dealings, allegedly. And what she says at that table, and she goes, I don't understand, you know, I'm sorry. That was Kiki at the table, not Gerdy, my bad. Kiki says some real shit. Kiki goes, Alexia, you're one of the strongest women I know. Kiki's like, I don't understand. You're one of the smartest woman that I know. And it's weird to see you dealing with this man like this. And Alexia starts crying. She's like, I know, I don't understand. So then she's like, I'm tired of living this fake life in this fake rented apartment with nothing in our names. I about fell to the floor, because that was one of the big rumors floating around the streets last year about Todd, that he doesn't own shit and he owes everybody money, allegedly. We don't know. We'll see. So that was very revealing for Alexia to say that, especially in front of all of them. So of course, everybody's whispering. But Alexia, I don't know. I don't know if it's best to be frolicking in the ocean with his ass, going to dinner. Because Julia's like, I've seen you guys out. I don't think you should be sleeping with homeboy. Homeboy's playing you. He's playing you. It reminds me so much of Dorit and PK at first, until Erica and Boz had that meeting with her and was like, girl, get your head out your ass. Alexia, get your head out your ass. For real. For real. Anyway, so back in Milan, they have the fashion show. It was nice. Lisa, whatever. Lisa does this little thing on the catwalk at Larsa, and it was just like, Lisa, you have the wrong people around you. And I think Jody is going to, like I said earlier, Jody's going to be a detriment for you. I could feel it. So of course, at the after party, everyone's talking about how great Preston did. Larsa admits that she didn't think her son was going to do that well on the fashion show. And he exceeded her expectations, so that's cool. But of course, at the after party, the bullshit starts. So, of course, Fabulous, the rapper, is talking to Larsa and Lisa. And of course, Lisa and Larsa bring up their issue with each other with him. Why he become the peacemaker? That shit was hilarious. He was like, you guys need to let that go. You guys are friends. It was kind of funny. He's right. He's right. Lisa, you need to learn how to be a better friend. Larsa, you too. Because, girl, your track record ain't too great either. So Jody, of course, is nowhere to be found. This is a pattern for him. So somebody's like, where's Jody? And Lisa's like, I don't know. He's somewhere. So they kind of trickle off to the end of the episode. Jody does some bullshit last week, which Larsa talks about at Milan when she comes back with the girls. Jody is a weirdo, and he ain't wrapped too tight. And you know what's funny? Larsa and Lisa, Jody gives me, I'm just like Marcus Jordan. That's why I like homeboy. I don't know. Lisa, the vibe that I get from Jody is that he's going to end up being a serious problem for you later. That's just the vibe that I get. Alexia and Todd, I feel like there's so much more to this that we don't know. Julia, figure it out with Gerdy. Maybe you should tell her why you have an issue with her versus going around the whole world. I don't know. Anyway, episode 2 gave, and it's going to continue to give. Where is Dr. Nicole? Why is she not here? She was a main cast member, so why are we got to wait till the 3rd episode to see Nicole? Anyway, all right. Real Housewives of Miami was lit. It's Thursday. It's hot as shit. Please drink water, stay hydrated, and y'all be nice to each other.